Despite a down economy, there is talk of building everything from a new city hall to a new Charger stadium downtown. Projects that are favorable in the eyes of many, but questionable in the eyes of others, including Councilmember Carl DeMaio. It's a story our partners at the Union Tribune are working on for tomorrow's paper. And Craig Gustafson joins us with more on that. Craig, you tell us that DeMaio is actually gathering research on previous civic projects right now. What type of information is he requesting?
Well, what he asked was for the city to do an analysis of Petco Park, which is obviously the Padres Stadium, and compare the original estimate to what the actual costs were. And the independent budget analyst for the city did a report, and it showed that it was about $40 million, or 10% higher than the original estimate of $411 million in 1998.
So we're talking about cost overruns, which is what we know that DeMaio wants to avoid here. So what do you think he's going to do with that information?
Well, he's already said publicly he's against a new downtown library, and he doesn't think the new city hall project is a good idea. So I imagine what he plans to use with this information is to say, you know, here's another civic project that 10 years ago voters approved, and here it was 10% higher, and we're just finding that out now, many years after the project is already done.
And I think you told me earlier that in the Petco Park project there was some of the cost overruns that the Padres actually paid for?
Yeah, so the cost overruns were about $42 million, and the Padres paid for about $38 million of that. So taxpayers, in the end, only spent about $300 million on the whole project, which ended up being about $450 million.
We'll see how it all plays out. Craig, thank you for your time. And you can read more about this story in tomorrow's edition of the San Diego Union Tribune.
You still have more chances to get the H1